All right.
Yeah, check.
We all good? My bad, y'all. We're alive and ready. Y'all ready? Ooh.
About ready.
Bam, bam, bam. We about to flip the game on its head. That's right. I had that written down. Welcome back to the motherfucking Minds Wide Open podcast. This is episode 3. I'm here with a couple of my favorite motherfuckers. To my left, we have EmceeC, the master of ceremony.
Peace. You know what it is.
To my right, we have 4Heavensake, the lightning with the thunder. And I am your host, Cool Hand Luke, aka Deific, Educe. I'm excited today. I'm excited for life. I'm excited for y'all. I'm excited for me. How y'all doing? Hey, Adrian. Shout out to Adrian, cameraman in the building today. We appreciate you. You mind closing that door for us? We would like a little less cricket in this audio. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to anyone listening to this. If you're listening to this, you're fucking awesome for that, because no one is doing that yet. So congratulations on being the first.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Anchor, so you know, I would recommend them if we weren't, because it's the easiest distribution for a podcast if you got it. But you know, it's a $10 CPM. It's not bad. We'll see what we can do with it. Welcome, gentlemen. All right.
What up?
This is the new Tropical Dungeon in here. I just wanted a quick sponsor for myself. This is sponsored by Minds Wide Open. You can come here and record a podcast just like this for $30 an hour. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Slide.
All right, so I wanted to start here today with a couple random, like news pieces I just threw down dot-wise over the past few weeks or whatever the fuck. I wanted to see if anyone saw about the Woo biodoc of Mics and Men coming. I thought that might be. If I was curious if you heard about that specifically.
I saw it, and I definitely was interested in what it was going to be. I saw the trailer, but I've seen a couple of Woo docs, and I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't immediately jump at this one. I didn't run and go to the TV on this one. I wanted to wait. Because what I had a lot of other stuff that drew my attention, a lot of other stuff that dropped this week or this month.
Well, speak on it. What pulled you away from that potential?
Killer Mike was one of his show Trigger
His new
Warning.
show.
Yeah, it was very good.
I haven't checked it out yet. I hear
thought
it's
it was great. The first 3 episodes were dope. I haven't gotten to finish it, but what I did
Where
take
can you
in
watch it at?
Netflix, of course.
Oh,
and yeah, man. And there's another one called the Tapes of Ted Bundy. Now, I wanted to speak on that one because we have Hollywood competing with Netflix. Netflix is getting big enough to actually compete with Hollywood because, with the release of Bright with Will Smith, that was the first time really we saw in the mainstream.
I think that's when they started becoming Hollywood.
Right. But we got a competition here because you got Ted Bundy's biopic being released from Hollywood around the same time we have the actual documentary on Netflix. Now, I lean towards Netflix more because they did their homework. They show you the raunchy, the grutta, I think Hollywood romanticized the villain. And I think they picked a handsome lead. They got Zac Efron to play the lead. And, in real life, he wasn't a handsome guy like that. And you have the internet responding to even the documentary on Netflix. The industry is responding to Ted Bundy as a heartthrob, which is sick to me. And Twitter has been torn in half in the last couple of days as far as I've seen, as far as comments goes. And Netflix itself actually made a comment saying to remember who he is. And this gentle reminder of who you're praising,
I have a thought on that. I feel like if this were the same exact story, but fictional and not based on someone in real life, that wouldn't be a stigma. Because there's plenty of stories or movies where
Hannibal Lecter,
the evil guy or the fucking, low-key psycho or the high-key psychopath is romanticized.
Well, here's what we do. Hollywood has a responsibility to facilitate the escape. When people go to the movies, they go to escape. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch things explode in a movie, you do not think about the people that are in those cars exploding because it's a movie. Now, if you see that shit in real life, the first thing you're going to think is those people that are in that car is dead. You're not going to be like, oh, wow, that explosion looked real while the Transformer jumped over the car. When you watch Transformers and you watch
So there is a difference basically with
they go to the movies to escape.
It being
and
reality.
If you blur that third wall, I think that's where, you know what I mean?
What do you think? Should it be blurred or not? Because I'm honestly maybe one of the few. Maybe you could change my mind because I'm low key. I don't care too much about it, but like I don't think it's that much of a problem if he's wrong. I would just see it almost more in a fictional way because I don't take stories that are based on true stories or movies that are based on true stories seriously. Anyways, they're mostly changed up in the whole movie process.
Okay,
yeah, that's entertainment. You know, that's where entertainment's setting. It's the virtual reality escape experience. People don't like their lives most times. They just go.
But what about tying it to something real, though?
Exactly. That's where I go the other way.
I feel like it is like life imitates art and vice versa. So, I mean, you're going to see
exactly. You know what? That's a good point. Is at the end of the day, they're all actually based on some actual true events, whether it says based on true events in the title or not, because people don't make up the idea of things that happen.
Well, I think that along the lines, we have to be conscious of people that are involved in those things. You cannot romanticize things that actually happen when it comes to those things, because I grew up, and if you see the Columbine shooting, if you were in school around that time, and then they made a movie and it made it look a complete different way than it actually played out, you would be like, no, that movie Pain and Gain with Rock and Mark Wahlberg, that was a gruesome thing that they did to those people. But if you watch the movie, they played it like a comedy. They played it like a dark comedy. And to those people that were involved, they were insulted. These are their lives they lost. So that's where I think the art becomes something, it imitates life, but it's good. I can watch Hannibal Lecter and not be grossed out because I can give Anthony Hopkins props for being a great actor at the end of the day. He made me believe that. Boom, it's not real. But if I'm watching Ted Bundy knowing that families suffered because of this, it completely changes the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Just like you listen to something and you see something, it's completely different,
I mean, I could understand that. I guess I'm not of the perspective.
But that's what took my attention away from Wu-Tang. When they dropped their Showtime, I knew I would be able to go back and watch it. I saw a couple Wu-Tang documentaries. And
did you watch the Fire Festival documentaries?
No.
Neither of them?
No.
You?
Not yet, but it seems interesting. My cousin
went to Fire Fest. One. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my cousin went to Fire Fest, and he was part of the crew trying to find the first flight out.
Oh shit!
But yeah, I haven't seen the documentary yet, so I want to compare what I've heard about it to what
the Hulu one was definitely. I was glued to it.
Okay, word.
But I hear the Netflix one is equally interesting in a different way, because the Hulu one, they interviewed the dude himself, Billy, who was like the guy who was really spearheading all of it, and it was his thing and idea. And in the Netflix one, they have more footage, I hear, of what actually happened, like just the actual real footage of occurrences.
Word.
So I think they're just both interesting and different, and the Hulu one is the only one I've seen, but fuck, I really enjoyed it. Like, it's just the whole time he's like, fuck, is everyone going to keep going along with this? Like,
fill me in.
Do you don't know anything about it?
No.
Okay, so basically there's this dude, Billy. I don't remember his last name.
But do you know about Firefest in general?
No,
I think that's what I was just asking.
Oh, okay.
So it was basically, there's this dude who found a way to have a really big following on social media based off this festival that he idealized putting on. And there's reason to believe that he really thought he could, but was just really logistically stupid.
Okay.
Essentially, he was saying it was on an island in the Caribbean. It was all this exclusive shit, and he named all these specific things and all these specific people, and everyone bought into it and gave him thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Even just some, one package for rich people, like $36,000, like giant amounts of money. And he didn't have anything ready or prepared, and gave himself like 8 months to an 8-month window of time, and then got Ja Rule on board. And so Ja Rule was losing his shit being the face of this thing. Like, everyone was all hype about the biggest festival ever.
I remember this. Ja took a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the Fire Festival. And these are documentaries about how people, like, showed up, and it was basically, like, a couple porta potties and fucked up tents. And, like, they were
from
like,
a consumer perspective, this was a luxurious festival. It was, like, Kendall Jenner or something was putting it on. And, like, you would go, cheapest tickets were, like, $1,500. But, they had, like, $10,000, $20,000 cabanas that, like, you get to sleep next to a celebrity. They had like buried treasure on the island, up to like $1 million in buried treasure on the island.
What?
Like crazy shit
Get
like
the fuck
that.
Out of here.
Yeah, he was saying crazy shit about it, man. It made no sense, and people were really on board with it for a long time.
How many festivals did he do?
No, it was one. I mean, as far as I know,
He was going for the one.
Yeah.
But
He never pulled it off.
no, not at all.
Oh shit! Ja Rule took that hit though. I remember seeing a little something like that.
Yeah, it's a pretty hilarious thing to watch, to be honest. But you know,
I gotta check it out. Yeah.
shit.
What was Tory Lanez talking about recently?
I wish.
Yo, son, he's
tell
like
me.
beefing with everybody. This guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've already seen him. I knew his cockiness about being like the best alive. Is that all it was, or is there something else?
No, I think that's just a lot of people are really not, I guess, of the rapper ego mind state or understanding the mind state. Just like the whole, I have to say that because that's the game. I think a lot of people take that a little too literally and or seriously when people say that shit. But I mean, unless they're gonna come with bars, I don't care how they take it.
Nah, man, look. I am old school. You cannot say that shit in the same room with a whole bunch of other dudes that think the same thing.
Room is a huge context variable that you're adding to that situation.
I'm just saying. 'Cause
he
it's
just
social
loves saying
media.
it to the camera.
That's what I'm saying. That's the room, kid, and you gotta understand. In this day and age, the camera is the room.
But the thing is, he'll take the bars. Like,
Nah, he's nice, but what I'm saying is,
no,
all right,
I'm saying he'll let you come at him and he'll
he
come
got
back. Like,
heart. There's difference, okay? He got heart, which means he's like Rocky. He could take an L and he'll be back to fight tomorrow. It doesn't mean that he won. He's got heart.
I didn't say he won.
I just think that he'll fight a million guys, and he got heart to to keep going. But if he developed, man, he'll really be that dude. I just think he's just jumping out there too early. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as I don't know, like Joyner Lucas kind of showed me. All right, boom, he came in and he schooled him. You know what I'm saying?
I think he disappointed everybody with his last response and beat choice for that, though.
I honestly,
What, Joyner?
Yeah.
I honestly don't listen to these people. I've
He
tried to
tapped
listen
him
to Tory
up, man.
Lanez and
I don't
Joyner
even
Lucas,
listen to the
and I don't
records, to be
really
honest.
appreciate the records.
Yeah.
I like the fact
Just
that
the
he
beat
mastered
shit.
the melody. Tory Lanez mastered the melody. Like I said, I think he would be great in another 2-3 years. He just needs to stop saying he's the greatest because it's going to stop him from working with a lot of guys I want to hear him with. I want to hear him with a lot of guys, and if he keeps saying he's the greatest, I'm not going to get to hear you next to a lot of dudes that I want to hear you next to. I want to hear some bangers. So I think that he just needs to work with people instead of working against people.
Yeah, man, let's work together. What's all this? All this ego
Well, nah,
shit.
they-
I mean,
young,
there's
man.
it's I would say more competition mind. Like it's, and you as a very competitive person should understand that in a sense. Like
I was
as far
just
as
trying
I'm.
to change the topic.
Oh, okay.
I'm
well,
not actually.
well, I was
like,
I was about
telling-
to do that, but then I kind of took your shit as let me continue. So
No,
that's
I was-
ironic.
I don't expect them to.
All right. So
change their marketing.
one more
plans.
time. This is the last time I'm going to bring this up, just for everybody, because I know I've brought this up too much. But middle child, I'm just curious to put on the record opinions of middle child because I'm really curious to see if Hev has heard it, and I want to see if you've listened to it further, and if it's marinated with you differently at all.
I listened to it a little further, and I didn't get into it again, so I still haven't really heard it.
Smoke music. That's how I see it.
That's another way of saying like subpar for a great talent.
I mean, I was never like into a lot of melodics, a lot of sounds that you hear at night. Like me, I don't know. It's just different. Like if you're going to play basketball, you hear that. You want to hear that energy. You want to hear that. If you smoking, you want to hear that smooth, melodic.
Yeah, I was just disappointed, to be honest. And whatever category it was in, whether it was any of those, I don't really care. I think I just care about liking the production.
Okay.
And I think the production bored me a lot. And I think T- is better than that. So I feel like that's kind of Cole's fault. Like he picked it type shit. But maybe T- could have maybe changed up the production a little. I don't know how they operate, but I think the horns really bored me eventually, and it didn't really change at all. And then I kind of wasn't even listening to Cole anymore. I was just like in my head thinking about the beat.
Enough about the media world. Let's talk about the real
You
world.
want to get local?
Yeah.
Because I got
He hates that shit.
I got The Vision by Element Jetson on here as well.
The Vision. Hey. Yo.
Speaking of singles, now I feel like that's a much better
Na, na,
single than
na,
what
na,
Cole
na,
has given
na.
us. Speaking of which, I asked
People slept on
I
that
asked
song.
Instagram about that middle child as well, and Element, ironically, is one of the people that weighed in, and he was underwhelmed as well. But he has the records to back that up. I think his opinion is valuable. Lil Ford also weighed in on that.
What did Fortnite have to say?
Shout out to Lil Fortnite
2 E's.
with 2 E's. Lil Fort. What'd you say?
Lil Fortnite.
First verse, talk to old heads more lyrical. Second verse, he gives you mediocre auto-tune and address the youth. Third verse, he's Cole being Cole, saying how he's in the middle. Thought that was a half decent breakdown.
Cool.
But as far as The Vision by Element Jetson, that's already kind of a classic in my head. Cruising down 75. Yo, I can play it. But curious, have you heard it, Have? I'm sure you have, but you probably don't remember. Oh, yeah? No sounds?
I just think he has a Kendrick kind of feel when it comes to singing.
Why do you say that?
This right there. That's, to me, that sounds...
I feel like it's more of an early Kanye feel a lot of the time. But he's so...
That too,
He's
Cudi.
self-produced. So,
Yeah.
like, The Vision, and my interpretation of it when I see his name next to that title is just instant, like, how he is a manifester that thinks entirely of the whole creation before he even starts on it.
Well, this is the... I think it's just the benefit of being the guy that makes your beat turn around and write your lyrics and turn around and create your artwork. Like, he is somewhat of a one-man band, and there is somewhat of a strength that comes along with that. You get to jump behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, in front of the camera, behind the camera. You get to come up with things like this as a freedom. You don't have to have... He can do all of that on his own. You don't have to have nobody else in the room for him to have that creative process, whereas to other artists need an engineer here, so when they convey the thought, they can go ahead and do it and then bring somebody to their vision. I don't think he has to bring anybody to their vision.
That's it's a scary power that he has where he really can just like run the entire show.
Yeah. I mean, we have guys like Havoc, like Kanye West, you know, that rapped and...
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do both myself, but I don't make projects and records as good as him yet. So, and
No, he doesn't.
one thing I will say about this, that preamp was hitting the red right there. There's a little distortion on that. I'm sorry, Element. I love you. That's a great record.
I think I mentioned that
That's a little distorted
on the
right
last
there.
episode. Like, I enjoyed the track, but I enjoyed it way more live. I thought it sounded way more crisp
Yeah,
live.
he did say that.
And not only because of how he performed it, it was even maybe just the rough mix I liked better than the final mix. I don't know.
Was there vocals on the track, or was it just
Yeah,
like
there's
a
a little
live
bit
version?
of vocals.
Oh, so live version a little bit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I believe so.
Cool. Well, shout out to Element Jetson. I mean, everything he
Yeah.
drops is dope, and I'm hyped
I'm
for whatever
excited.
he does
Yeah,
this year. Yeah.
It's like you said, it's called The Vision. So I mean, he's got that vision 2020. So I can only imagine 2019 what's about to drop, and then the future. Element
Hype.
Jetson, back from the future.
Shit, man. Everything compared. All right, so
Yo, you posted something last episode or on Instagram about Tendays project, because we were talking about projects last time. We didn't talk about
the
that.
demo project he dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put one of the tracks, Ember. I don't remember the number after that. Let me check. But Ember and a number is the name of the one that I really fucking clicked with instant. Ember 0016. And a little bit of the 10 days, man. His shit is really experimental and interesting. And this is just a demo project, which is why I
Yeah.
really fuck with him, because I'm very much about the experimental mind state, as you probably know.
Yeah, man, he's definitely an artist with a vision. He has all sorts of different forms of media that he portrays his art through. And, I mean, his project takes you on a journey. And, like, there's a consistent feeling that it takes you through.
Yo, listen to this shit, man. Damn. Shout out 10 Days, man. This shit fucking rides.
Yeah, my favorite track on that project it's probably Time. I think it was called Time or Tick. But yeah, just the whole future, like it's only TikTok. But yeah, just the whole feeling the project takes you through, especially utilizing time and space.
Yeah, I remember this one. It's dope. He's very good with space. I think space is a weird thing that people don't really think about often enough when it comes to music. Because, like, as an engineer, you're taught to think of your mix as a room, literally a space, and you put your instruments in different locations, and that's how you deal with different things like pan and spread. But that's just a tangent. Shout out to Tendays, man. This shit is dope. Did I say that already? Anyways. What do you think, Hev? Any thoughts on the youngins here? I see you just going through your feet. I don't know if we're boring you here.
No, I mean, it's good. It's good. I like the new age sound. I'm not really hating on it. I just, I'm getting the clips and snippets right now. I go back and listen to shit when I'm smoking.
But
so I take it in and give them they just do. I don't like judging them halfway without hearing the whole verse.
And that Ember track is going to be on the Florida Vibe Directory Volume 5, which I'm dropping, I think, tomorrow, which is going to be a super fucking dope playlist. You can check it out on our website at MWOstudios.com or our fucking SoundCloud or something like that, because basically we just take local Florida artists that I know and or like. Well, I guess I have to like and know them, so no or there. But I not necessarily know. That's why I did that. Basically, it's dope Florida music, a lot of different shit. We're getting more eclectic each time, so I'm letting it vary a little bit. But, you know, we got people like all the family favorites. You got your For Heaven's Sakes, your EmceeCs, your little Fortnites, your Jamin Creeks, you know what I mean? Your Zanayas, your Save Mars. Shout out to Save Mars one time, because I've been really fucking jamming his music lately. Either way is just tremendous.
Yeah, man, he really knows how to compose. Shout out to also Live and Local, since we're talking local, Friday, which is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
They have an open mic, so if you're in Soflocal,
when you hear this, it'll probably be today, or if you hear this, or, you know, it'll be old or long
February
ago.
1st, 2019, open mic. A lot of these artists will be performing there, so check it out.
Definitely. I'm trying to perform. Yo, we got to show up early. You and I definitely got to get on that fucking list. I'm going to text Andy. I'm going to do all sorts of shit to make sure I perform at this one, because last time I really fucked up and I was super upset about it.
I'll perform if I go.
Yo, did you not watch the video today?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, man, you got to see it. He basically just shits on the fact that you just said that.
It's all right. I know the game. I know the rules.
But yeah, so check out the Florida Vibe Directory as well. I mean, we're dropping Volume 5, but that means that there's 4 others that you can, you know, go and listen to. One more shout out to Shenzi, because goddamn, aren't they the just most entertaining?
Yeah, I saw them perform this past weekend. Man, it's like, it's a gift to your soul when you can see Shenzi perform.
Yeah, I would love to catch them live.
Yeah, they perform pretty often. Just look them up.
When I open my mouth, I shoot it all to
Y'all know them?
Yeah.
He played the guitar with them? That's him playing it?
I believe they do everything.
It's a band. There's Jonathan Hewitt on the drums. Desiree Bannister is the lead singer. You got Koa on the bass. And then you got Andrew on the piano. But they have a guitarist who I'm not so familiar with, because he doesn't really perform with them all the time. They're dope. They're definitely dope. My favorite song from them is Audrey. I believe Andrew wrote it. I don't think it's out yet, but when that drops, I'm gonna listen to it over and over,
over
and
and
over and over and over and over and over and over. It's never over. Here, while this intermission plays, play another local artist. His name. Oh, he was at the last open mic. Shiloh Speights.
from the children of planet Earth.
So we got a lot of talent out here, so for y'all guys just gotta listen up.
I literally have this song in person in my notes.
Oh, for real?
Shout out to Shiloh Speights. That was a crazy night where he came through here and did that little video, so I didn't fully catch it, but then I went back and listened to the record, and I think I slept on Shiloh Speights. So if it's Speights, is it Speights? Speights? I'm gonna assume it's Speights, but yo, shout out him. That track is dope. It's the only one I think I caught, but man, drinking the other night, boy, I was into that one. He's got that fucking track.
I got a message. These youth got a message. There's a track by Aster the Gemini.
Yeah, I really fuck with Aster. It's not my favorite track from him, and it's a dope track, but like, I think that says something right there.
Exactly.
Got this feeling in my stomach, I might die soon.
Oh yeah, I had a couple specific notes about Children of the Void here, because I wanted to ask Shiloh, who the fuck mixed that? It's a dope mix. Like, it seems like a creative mix by somebody that knows what they're doing, you know? Like the know the rules to break it. No, not that track. The Shiloh Speights track that we played.
Y'all can listen to Children of the Void if you look up Shiloh Speights on SoundCloud.
What the fuck is up? I'll do that on the podcast, but you know what I'm saying?
Any other notes on that?
That track specifically, just wanted to note whoever the fucking engineer was on that. I don't know if they're good usually, but they were really good on that track. They snapped, because usually like someone who can mix that well in a poppy sort of sense doesn't have the creative I want distortion talent with it, and there was a good combination of that with that mix. Good. For some reason, I have a little thing here, because I guess I know it's not going to pertain to you as much, but I was curious on your end, because I know you're into more comic book related things and shit like that, but I was curious, are you into gaming at all?
Some of it. Not all of it. Depends on, exactly what you're talking about. Sometimes a lot of it gets
Well, what are you into? I'm curious. Let's hear some more from Hev here.
I like strategic games, I guess. I like your Zeldas. I like Uncharted, the Uncharted series. I like the God of War situation going on over there. I like Smash Brother type games where you see all the characters show up. I like Injustice. Gotta love Injustice. I like fighting games like that, racing games. Do not like
those last two would probably be our overlap. That was what I'm curious of, just overlap.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait, who's your Smash Brothers character though?
I think
who you smashing?
No, well, I mean Smash Brother like ish game. I guess I like Goku.
Who's your Injustice character?
Oh shit!
I see. That one got
Flash.
him. I knew that would get him.
Flash.
Really? I kind of wasn't expecting that.
It's lightning.
Oh, duh. Psh. All right, now I get it.
One time for the guac.
One time for my guac. Shout out to Chipotle. You were a mediocre employer. Man, I don't have too much else. Let's freestyle from this point, either literally or otherwise. Don't make me do it. I ran the fluid.
25 years ago today, Cream came out.
Oh, shit. Shout out to the quarter century of Cash Rules.
$1 bill, y'all.
Around me.
25 years ago.
That's kind of on topic with the Woo Biodoc. But so you were saying there's other Woo Biodocs that you've already seen?
Yeah, I've seen one done by VH1.
Recommend one for me, because I've never seen one.
The one done by BET. A lot of them are unofficial. I mean, they took... A couple of them were unofficial, but there's Amazon Prime. There's some on Amazon Prime if you look. The last one they did kind of showcased Old Dirty Bastard and his release from jail and his decline after that.
Nice. I got another Prime couple-week trial left, so...
What?
I'm going to run that.
You better go ahead and buy all that. I buy all that.
Psh, buy. What is buy? Is that okay?
Damn, it's like that.
Buy now. Buy now.
Oh, okay, so we're getting racist.
Hurry up and buy.
Oh, man. Did you have any bullet points maybe for this week, Malcolm? I mean, I know we all kind of know we're going to end up here. I'm curious if you guys take any mental bullet points for things to bring to the podcast.
Got all type of media shit going.
Broadcast of the podcast.
Drop the streets.
What the streets talking about,
you got-
MC?
yeah.
Like I said, I wanted to touch on that event. It was at this past weekend.
Oh yeah, let's go through events right now.
Sure. Yeah, WDNA. This past weekend, that's UM's radio station, University of Miami. It was a very cool event. You know, they charge like $10 for their events, and you know they serve food, complimentary drink. You know, they got chairs, it's a nice sit down environment. It's also where they host their radio show and stuff. So
And that's in Coral Gables?
yeah, down in Coral Gables, you can see where they perform. They have like a whole CD library. It's a very cool space. The owners are cool. So we saw Shenzi out there, and you know Shenzi's performances are great. But other events coming up. We also got 3 Points this next month, February. That's going to be a big event. There's a lot of great artists
Man,
coming down.
lineups on it.
Yeah, this festival recently changed its dates to February. Before it was in October festival, but this is the first year it's in February. They're taking advantage of the nice weather and all the love on Valentine's week, so just trying to spread love.
How about Pro Now events coming up?
Pro Now, you already know, and if you don't, you know now. You gotta know. We got a beach cleanup on the 17th of February. That'll be at Dr. Vondi Mizell Eula Johnson State Park. Right. If you literally just like at the gate tell them you're with Pro Now, they'll direct you to the right pavilion and they'll comp your parking, so you don't got to pay for parking that day. You come out, we'll clean the beach for a few hours, you know, collaborate, get to know each other, try to make some plans to really do some good for the community. Next day, right after that.
What was the time on that again?
That'll be from 8 a.m. That's when the park opens to probably about noon. If y'all want to bring like something to put on the grill, we could extend it and have lunch and stuff out there. But yeah, 8 to 12 is usually the right amount of time.
Dope. And the next day?
Next day we got a party. You know, we're trying to celebrate. It's Black History Month first and foremost, so we want to celebrate, and it's President's Day, so we're having a Dead Prez, Black History, spread love party. So come out. The 18th of February, it's a Monday, so we're gonna be partying 6 to or maybe 8. It'll jump off till like 12 too.
Little performance, we're
gonna have a little lineup. Have some artists perform, local favorites. So come through, get some free love.
Yeah.
Dope, man. And there's a couple other events coming up like right this weekend, and I'm hoping to have this episode out by tomorrow. So if that's the case, this weekend being the first and such of February, we got that Live and Local is tomorrow, which might be today if you're listening to this. We got Zanaya's listening party for her Eye to Eye project coming out. So shout out to Zanaya.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zanaya.
That's on the 2nd, I believe, right?
Great female artists in South Florida, really bringing those vocals.
Bringing those motherfucking vocals.
Yeah.
So that's at 8 p.m. University, Lauderhill. She's doing that in Lauderhill. Dope. So February 2nd, that's a $10 cover. The new homie Tony Blanco. You remember Tony Blanco from the last event?
Yeah, man, Tony Blanco.
He was a cool cat. Shout out Tony Blanco. He's co-hosting a new event. They're just starting their own open mic at Resurgence. So they're doing that February 8th. Shout out to them.
Tony Blanco.
You can catch him at Tony.Blanco on Instagram. You can catch Zanaya at Zanaya JPG on Instagram, just so you can get the info on these events, because I don't know how to fucking give it all to you.
True that. Free at Free Pro Now for them Pro Now events.
At Free Pro Now for Pro Now events, and at Live Local ENT for the Live and Local open mic coming up. But man, there's a lot of cool shit. I'm trying to perform at like as many things as possible coming up myself. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if y'all still rap or whatever.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Live and Local, too. They're going to be squatted at our beach cleanup, co-hosting. We're just going to be all vibing out there. We get enough people, man. We can really make a clean beach. And it's the first black
Are you
beach
gonna pull through?
in Florida, for y'all that don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You pulling through, Hev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely have time to do that in the morning time. What time did you say?
8 a.m. You know?
8 to noon.
8 a.m. You wanna know what I'm doing at that time?
No, I don't.
Alright, you know. Alright. Yeah, man. But that's good, man. We need somebody out there to hold it down. You gotta give me a couple more months. I'll free up in that time frame. that block of time is
Nah, I'm
booked.
focused on getting used to this
That's
podcast.
perfect.
I don't give a fuck about pronouns events.
In a couple months, we're getting back to the 5K cleanup, so we're gonna run 3 miles. and
Those are the
pick
ones
up
I definitely
trash.
ain't showing up to.
What?
I'll show up to the cleanup cleanups,
Iron
but I ain't
Man
showing up to the
cleanup,
5K
boy.
cleanup.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta be ready.
Hey, man, health is first. How you gonna get to number 2 if you ain't taking care of 1? You gotta take care of 1, man.
Got him. Man, so I ran out of podcast notes, but if you want to hear some of my other notes, they're all hilarious sample ideas. The Burn Down Hot Topic song from South Park show. That's a good sample. I'm going to run that. Don't nobody take that. Matter of fact, take it. Go ahead. Let's see who does it better. I'm issuing a flip contest, all right? All the producers out there, if you sample, you think you got clean with the samples, Burn Down Hot Topic on South Park. Flip that shit. Hit me up. Let me know you flipped it, and we're going to put it up to the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to get a poll contest on that.
Yeah.
You got a deadline on this contest?
As soon as someone hits me up, we'll figure that out. If I put a deadline, then, it's just going to be me by myself to the end. Oh, man. And I don't remember the name of this song. What's 1,000 Kisses is Never Too Much. How the fuck does that go?
What, the Luther Vandross?
Yeah, what's that track?
Never too much.
Never too much, never too much.
Yeah.
Oh, my love.
Yeah, that's the record.
That's in my sample list. I'm sure that one's been done a million times, but is never too. Graphic designers in the South Florida area. I need a new logo here at Minds Wide Open, and I'd like to keep it logo. So if that's something you do, if you do logos, like good company logos, something simple, I got an idea already. So hit me up. Man, I really wish I could play some more music right now.
Yeah.
I got to set that up better next time. But I really appreciate y'all for coming through. This has been relatively short, but I am already out of topics. Did y'all have anything else for today?
I definitely got one thing to say.
Speak.
Everybody listening, I will be at Fuse Studios on March 8th.
Oh, yeah, that was supposed to fit into
Yeah.
the event part there. What are you sleeping over
no,
here,
No,
man?
I'm letting them get because I'm actually here. I could place it where, I got the
Let's get a good zoom in on 4Hev here. We're
yeah,
going to make
man,
this a commercial for 'em.
definitely March 8th, I will be in Fuse Studios. You know what I'm saying? Down in Miami. Real Hip Hop will be in the building. You like bars? Get yourself a ticket. You like lyrics? Get yourself a ticket. You like dope beats? Get yourself a ticket. Come see me. You know what I mean?
Do it.
Lightning in a bottle.
Do it.
I'm going to try to be there for sure,
Do it.
provided there's not money at my door at that particular hour.
Yeah, man.
But
Shout out to Fuse Studios. Shout out to Afton as a company.
did you
man.
say
I
you were
feel good.
catering that one yourself?
Oh, I'm not catering.
Oh, okay.
I ain't cooking, man.
You wish.
I'm either a chef
Okay.
or an MC.
I mean,
I'm never at the same
bringing
time.
up a previous conversation, but I'll let that one slide. How about you, MCC? Anything to add to the ticket?
I just want to say spread love. It's February, Black History Month.
Man, now I want to play Spread Love by Element Jetson. That would have been a perfect cue.
Yeah. Well, y'all go.
Just
check out
imagine you're
Element
listening to it
Jetson.
right now. I'm going to just
Yeah.
add it in post.
Spread love.
Way you swing that body, invitation. Pray that you stop playing with me, clean you mind. I'ma show you how to spread love.
You're definitely in post. Just put it there.
I'm telling you, it's playing right now. I just have no idea. Shout out one more time, Adrian, shooting in the building. That's at Adrian Saya.
Yo, Adrian, don't you have a?
CEA on Instagram.
I think Adrian has an event. Some sort of open mic, spoken word.
You have a speakeasy coming up?
You got an event?
So this upcoming Monday at the Brass Tap in Fort Lauderdale.
This Monday at the Brass Tap at
This Monday at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. You're doing so. You're
Alright.
putting on a little speakeasy.
The speakeasy is in the making. I gotta talk to the guy.
Oh, so this is something else
hash out some things. It's in the same location. The speakeasy is the one that's in
upstairs.
the same building upstairs.
So it's a downstairs
Downstairs.
event at the
Yeah,
Brass Tap.
outside in the patio area, we got like a nice vibe going. Last
Okay.
time there were up to 40 people.
Nice.
Just continue expanding that.
All right.
Any
we got
name
some
for it or anything?
performers. No names right now, but you can follow the account. I'm gonna give you the @handle right now.
Am I performing at this event?
If you'd like to, yes. All you gotta do is show up. We got a list of performers. Zanaya is actually gonna be performing 3 songs.
Oh, so y'all just talking behind my back like that? Okay, I see y'all.
No back.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, man, shit. I'm not even on the ticket, and Zanaya's on the ticket.
I'm not on the ticket
And
either.
it's being put on. No, and it's being put on by my childhood friend. Okay,
Doing his business.
so I'm just gonna put my hurt right on the table.
So reaching out, letting everyone know, because it's on Monday, and
Dope. So Brass Tap in Fort Lauderdale on Monday at 8 p.m. There's gonna be a little event. That's another maybe show up, maybe throw a little something down. Might see y'all there.
Slam. Bring your poems, bring your talent.
Bring your poems, bring your talent.
What's the handle?
I got a poem.
The handle.
I don't think y'all are ready, but I got a fucking poem.
Run it, motherfucker. You ain't gonna do.
No, you gotta come on Monday.
Oh, okay. Got him. Is there a handle for that, Adrian?
Yeah. Just pulling it up right now.
All right, pull that bad boy up.
Yeah.
Here's a couple more air horns for you. Bam, bam, bam. You know, I gotta put space fillers. I'm gonna have a soundboard in the future.
The handle is @plus VVEEO.
Oh, good thing they made it simple.
Plus is the word.
VO.
The word plus or
The word plus. The word plus.
PLUSVEEOH
Okay.
@+VO.
We really need to just set up like an open mic directory or something for the South Florida area because
There's a lot of open mics.
there's a
out
lot
there.
of fucking open mics.
The mic is open.
Expect to see me at a bunch of them. Us ourselves, we're not going to be throwing any events for a little while because we got a lot of business to handle. But pretty soon
you
we're going
probably
to be
won't see me at them damn open mics. You're probably gonna see me at the ones like my man's. I'll go out there and bless them. But hip hop for grown-ups, man. That's the new campaign, man. Y'all too young, man. Y'all gotta listen responsibly, man. You know what I'm saying? You might get your LUI. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give you guys no LUIs out there. You gotta listen responsibly. Hip hop for grown-ups. One time for hip hop for grown-ups. Even if we doing open mics.
2 times.
Real hip hop. You gotta sit down and actually concentrate. I'm sorry. You can't be under the influence.
All right. I guess the lightning has spoken.
Yeah. I'm trying to put on some real shows, so you know what's up.
That's what I'm saying. Real MCs.
Yeah, I thought I was putting on all right shit, but
You just cut it down. Didn't he just stop it? Didn't he just say he's handling business? So there goes that.
I'm saying
I gotta go over here with this guy.
I'm qualifying that because I was telling people I was going to put a February event on, and now I'm not so
Dope.
sure I'm going to actually be putting that on. Is why I was
a
saying
short
that.
month.
But if I do put on events, they're going to be smaller because I'm going to be maybe hosting like podcasts or in-show ciphers with this current setup. So I don't want to like overload the area, but it's going to be cool. And one more time for Minds Wide Open, if you need a podcast studio in the South Florida area, you're not going to find a better deal. I'm adding that to the soundboard. Love you, motherfuckers. Thank you all for being here. Shout out Adrian, EmceeC, and for heaven's sake,
Yeah,
in
yes.
the building.
Yeah.
That's all for today. Love you.
That's all, folks.
Catch you next week.
Bless up.
Peace. Pro now.
This fucker. Mine's wide open. Thanks, y'all. And that's why I don't stop rolling.
It's never over.
Just in case.